Hello users and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All, and we're going to talk about the USPS's plan to deliver 5 high quality reusable masks to every household. And this was slated for April. And this was like an independent thing the USPS was doing, I think, according to these reports. And then the White House was like, whoa, 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 buddy. If you do that, people will think there's a pandemic. What? So we have Bernie Sanders tweeting about it. Bernie Sanders has proposed masks for all legislation. You'd think that would be super easy to get behind. But hey, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? We live in a hell world. So what are you going to do? But you can see here that the quote is that there was concern that households receiving masks might create concern or panic. Well, no shit! Like, woo, Nelly! Alright, so as you can see, this document is dated for April, and then the White House came in and was like, no. People might think there's a pandemic if you act in response to the pandemic. It's American stupidity is just so absolutely mother effing earth shattering. The amount of dumb, cringy garbage that Americans do is just, it is un-effing believable. It is legitimately mind-boggling. Like, and I'm trying to find a way to wrap my mind around the anti-intellectual spearhead in the White House, where it's like, okay, there's a pandemic going on. You have the opportunity to get out. Maybe you fucked up in February and March. Okay, so April, right? Let's send the masks to everyone. Let's get this shit going. Trump was, at that time, saying that masks were bad. At that time, was an anti-masker. So while he's telling people, yeah, masks are, they're bad for you, they're going to make you suffer and choke and die, he was quashing a plan to give masks to people. Meanwhile, 200,000 deaths later, we still don't have something like this. We don't have anything remotely similar to this because this country is broken. This country is a failed state. This is an empire not in decline, in collapse. We are watching the fall of Rome in real time. That's what's happening right here. Because there is no other explanation. A country that is so proud of its own ignorance and so proud of its own stupidity that somehow manifests in Donald Trump being in the White House saying, oh, I don't know, instead of getting ahead of this pandemic and being a strong leader, we'll just pretend it doesn't exist. And the worst part is, it's working. The worst part is, they know this pandemic, is it going to kill Republicans? Damn right. But they don't care about Republicans. They don't care about voters. Because the voters are all too poor for them. They know their rich friends on Wall Street, they're going to be fine. Maybe a couple will die. But hey, that just spices things up a little. They know that they'll be fine. They don't give a fuck about the poor. They don't give a fuck. Why would they? Because they're rich. They've never been poor. What? You're sick? Go to the doctor. Wait, you're telling me tens of millions of people don't have health insurance? Well, why don't they just go get a job? Wait, you're telling me we have the highest unemployment since the Great Depression? Pick themselves up by their bootstraps. There's always an individual responsibility to blame for all the misdoings of the government. Whenever the government decides to fuck over the citizenry, Republicans are going to go like, oh, bootstraps. And then there's stupid drone voters. The dumb MAGA NPC losers are just going to be like, God dang, Trump's doing it great. I cannot criticize the president. Everything he does has to be correct. Like, my favorite politician, Bernie Sanders, right? My favorite politician. I criticize him all the time. Right? But these Trump people, they can't do it. They have, like, whenever they criticize Trump, it's always like, oh well, Trump, if he were slightly constrained, he really wanted to do something even more broad, and he wanted to do something even worse, but then he got cooked by the deep state. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? These people are crazy, and they control the fucking all forms of government. I'm sorry, but we're fucked. We're fucked. We've been fucked. I've been saying this all year. I started my show on the first week of January of 2020 because I thought to myself, you know what? With this election, with all the things that's happening, I need to start talking about it. I need to start a show because now is the best possible time. So I started this the very first week of January, and so you can watch all 964 episodes of Above It All, and you can see me talk about how this fucking country is collapsing. And, there was a time where I thought, Bernie might be able to come in and save it, but I was always skeptical of whether or not he would be able to. But really, ever since March, it was clear. They rigged the primary again. Coronavirus is rampaging communities. Ever since March, it was clear. We are boned. There is no other thing about it. And even some people, some safeguards in government, in the USPS, even they were defeated by the anti-science, anti-intellectual goons and gangsters in the White House. And it's fucking ridiculous.